you need the Export-Import Functional Setup user role and the appropriate application administrator role to perform this activity. Before you can export an offering setup, you must first set up your offering as described in the Setup Offerings tutorial. To start, navigate to the Offering Setup page. After you've completed setting up public sector planning and zoning, you're ready to migrate your setup to another environment. Create a new export process. Typically, you'll export all setup data for your offering. However, you may decide to filter and export a partial set of setup data. The Scope Enabled column indicates the setup data you can filter. For example, if you've set up several business units but you only want to export one of them, Vision County Operations. Click Business Unit and then click Add. Search for and select the business unit Vision County Operations. If you wanted to limit the export to more than one business unit, you would continue to search and apply the business units as needed. After you've applied all the business units you want to export, click Save and Close. Setup of the business units displayed in the list will be exported. If you want to filter any other scope-enabled setups for your export, repeat the same steps for those business objects. After you've specified all the filtering criteria for your export, submit the process. Open the export history page and monitor the process until it completes. The most recent export will appear at the top of the list. The status column displays the current status. Click Refresh to update and view the latest status. You can also click the status for more details and to follow the progress. The process summary indicates the total number of business objects that will be migrated and how many have already completed. Again, you can click Refresh to update and view the latest status. After the export completes successfully, the stage will display, ready for download, and you can download the export file. If the exported offering has set up tasks for which data won't be migrated through the export and import processes, they're listed here. You must perform these tasks manually. Manual tasks that have a Perform Recommended status of Before Import are typically prerequisites of other setups. If you start the import process on the other environment without first performing these tasks, your import will fail. You can download and review a report of the manual tasks if needed. If any errors or warnings were returned, they would be displayed in the summary. They would also be listed in the Business Objects section. You can also search to confirm that no tasks were completed with warnings or errors. If any tasks did have errors or warnings, you would need to review them and take appropriate action to correct them. This report doesn't have any errors, so you can download the export file. The file name is the same as the export process name. When the download completes, you're ready to import the setup into your other instance. If setup data of a functional area changes in the future, you might prefer to migrate only the changed setups rather than the setup data of the entire offering. For example, after your initial export, setup of only accounting has changed, which you need to migrate. Therefore, you'd select the accounting functional area and then create a new export process. The export process will work the same as described for the offering, but will limit the exported setup to the selected functional area. For more information on importing setup data from an exported file, please watch the Import Offering Setup video. Thanks for watching.